Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Guys, if you're new to my channel, I welcome you, and I hope you will consider subscribing, tapping that little notification bell, so you can receive all notifications for my up and coming videos, and I will be sure to subscribe back to you. So guys, it's 10:12 p.m. Saturday night, and so I usually don't make videos this time of night, especially on the weekends. But again, when I feel like I am led spiritually, if I feel like I have a nudge, I have to make the recording. No matter what I'm doing, I press pause and I make sure that I'm obedient. All right, guys. So here's the thing. After speaking with several individuals today / this evening, a lot of people are talking about being fearful, right? You hear a lot of people talking about there's something in the air and they just feel like something is going to happen. You know, is God coming back? Is this going to happen? Is it going to be a revolution? Is it going to be another war? All the stuff, right? And if you're not careful, especially if you suffer from anxiety and mental health, everything that's going on right now will have you insane, literally. So we have to be fearless because God has given us a spirit not to fear. Now we must be vigilant. That's very, very important. You can pray all you want, but and I believe in prayer, but you still have to be wise enough to be watchful because you have some fools out here. It's literally some fools out here, and I was talking to someone earlier. Well, actually, I was talking to two people earlier, right? And one of the individuals, one was a guy, one was a girl, female. The female just kept rambling on and on and on about, racist this and racist that, and yes, such and such, and I heard her point, right? I heard everything she was saying, and I agree, with some of the things she was saying. However, the guy was very deep. He was very spiritual, and everything that he was saying, and I was listening to him, and I thought to myself, people are really going to miss it. They're really going to miss what's going on. They're so focused on the who's racist, who's not racist. Listen, at the end of the day, Trump and Biden has past issues that prove that they both, are questionable. I won't call them a racist. I won't do that here. But the point of the matter is they both are questionable, right? So what he and I was talking about earlier was that this is not about a race war, a black or white. We've been dealing with this stuff for how long? This is nothing new. This stuff has been going on for the 40s and the 50s. This is nothing new. What's going on is that because now we have, cameras and phones and things like that, is being exposed more. But this is nothing new. Folks has been racist forever. Politics, the White House, all this stuff has always been about money and power. So let me tell you why people are really losing their minds right now. When you turn your TV on, which I don't watch, I'm very limited to how much I watch because, again, that stuff will get into your psyche and make you fearful. Before you know it, you're stressed. You don't leave out your house. You got to just, get what you can get, turn it off. I just don't watch it, period. I just trust and believe that whatever is for me, it'll come to me. But I'm not going to sit here and let that stuff get up in my psyche. And before you know it, I can't leave out my door because listen. Either you're going to trust God or you're not. And I'm one of these individuals who I'm the very, very, very limited amount of African Americans who live in my area. And guess what? When I walk out of my door, I'm not going to fear period. I'm going to be watchful, but I'm not going to fear. For what? I'm not the problem. I'm not the problem here. You're the problem. You're the one freaking out because you're losing power. You didn't ask me who I voted for. I wouldn't answer, but you didn't ask me if I voted for Trump or Biden. But you assume because I'm black, I voted for Biden, right? And again, I won't state if I did or who I would never discuss politics on social media. But the point of the matter is, every black person didn't vote for Biden, and every white didn't vote for Trump. But it's this assumption that when they see a certain race, they automatically assume. But let me tell you why. When you turn this news on, and people keep saying like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. People losing their mind. They're willing to lose their lives. Listen, when you see people willing to lose their lives and these people are going insane right in front of your eyes, this is not about race. This is not about race. This is about the shift. The shift that God is uprooting all evil. I don't care what your last name is. I don't care how deep your pockets is. Nothing that has worked in the past will no longer work. Your time is up. So your money and your power, quote unquote, that has run things all this time will no longer work. The only thing that will work is grace. It's a shift. It's a spiritual shift. This is not a race war. This is a spiritual warfare. So because they're losing power, because see, most of those folks who are filthy rich like that, they don't even believe in God. Their money is their God. So you're snatching away their God. That's why they're willing to die. When you look in these people's eyes, they're soulless. And if you're not connected spiritually, you will be fearful. Like, you got to really look at these fools. Like, I mean, some of these people are crazy. If they're willing to lose their life at the White House, why wouldn't they be willing to lose their life in a Walmart or in any place that has, a large amount of individuals that they think stole the election? So no, don't be fearful, but be smart. Be vigilant, be smart, especially in the next coming weeks. But I just want to press the issue because a lot of people still think this is a race war. Oh, I'm black and you're white. Listen, race has been going on. It hasn't changed. What has happened now is being more exposed. Even in my own personal life, like there are some people that has been exposed, and not that I've seen them being racist per se, but because I haven't seen them really take a stand and support me and others that they love so much behind closed doors, I see you differently now. So I'm distancing myself. So the point of the matter is, this is not anything new. It has been going on. So if really there was a race war, it would have been going on a long time ago. This is a spiritual shift. People are losing their minds because their money and their power will not get them in office. Their money and their power will no longer work. It's whoever at this point who God needs to be for whatever God's reason is. People are saying, oh, well, Biden is racist and da-da-da. I don't care about Biden or Trump. In fact, I don't trust either, if I'm going to be 100% honest. But I trust that God will do what God do. Meaning, if God says Biden will be elected in and run his whole term, whatever God needs to do, God will do. If something will happen a month from now and Biden somehow gets whatever and somebody else have to come into office, I don't care. What I care about and what I know is that whatever God needs to be done will be done regardless of who's in office. But people got to stop putting so much trust in the government. The government is wicked. And so, by this being a spiritual shift, this is the time for all you believers. Again, you don't have to be churchy, holy, because I'm not, far from it. But the point of the matter is, anything that you need to do, this is the time to do it right now. Not when you think the government is going to approve more food stamps and more such. No, not trying to be sarcastic, but not like people wanted Obama to literally knock on their door and say, here's $1 million. You can't keep waiting on the government or your pastor. Everybody have their own stuff going on, right? We all are trying to figure this thing out. So by this being a spiritual shift, if you're aligned, you will shift with it. So whatever it is that you need to be doing, or what God is telling you to do, or calling you to do, this is the time. It's not your government. It's not your president who's going to help you through this shift. This is a spiritual shift. If God has been knocking at the door and telling you start that business, start that ministry, start whatever you have been lagging and procrastinating, this is the time. Move with the shift. Satan knows that, so that's why he's implanting all that fear. All these images in the media. Turn that stuff off. Because he wants you to miss the shift. This is a shift that if you're aligned properly, your life will overturn. Sometimes things have to fall apart in order to come back together. And by all means, what we've seen on the media these last couple of weeks, this is nothing. It's gonna get worse. We just saw a sample. It's gonna get worse. But sometimes things have to fall apart in order for it all to come back together. However, one thing. Come here, baby. Sorry, my dog knocked over her bowl. One thing that I noticed. Lost my train of thought. Oh, what was I about to say? Lord help me. It was something I was about to say that was so profound, and I'm sure that's why Satan just distracted me with Tippy knocking over her bowl of water. But either which way, guys, please get in line. Get lined up. Whatever God has been pounding and telling you to do and move and do and move, go with the flow. Turn that TV off. Turn that radio off. When people come to you and say, "Oh my God, the world's gonna come to an end tomorrow." Oh my God, we don't know. But you just have to make sure that you are aligned and making sure that you're connected spiritually, so that you can, you can really get all this stuff out of your way and out of your mind, and you can hear God and allow Him to tell you how to move. Because this is a by it being a shift, you only have a certain time frame. It's a grace. You have to go with the flow while it goes. You can really change your life right now, but you got to move past the fear. That's why Satan is causing all. I think that's what I was about to say. But that's why he's causing all of this fear in us. Everywhere you turn, like we seem like it's the TV. Everybody's calling you about this stuff. Like, leave me alone. Don't call me with that nonsense unless you're talking about listen, I don't want any of that negative stuff in my mind. I want to focus on what God needs me to do. I want to make sure that I'm rising to how He needs to use me. Because Satan will sit here and try to put that fear in you to make you not do anything that God needs you right now. He needs you right now, front line. He will take care of His people. So I think that's what I was about to say. What I have been praying for this last couple of weeks. Oh, that's what I was about to say before my dog knocked her water over. Here's the thing. Did you guys see, someone sent it to me because I don't really watch the news, but someone sent me a link earlier, a guy friend of mine. He sent me a link earlier, and it was showing how someone, I think from VA, from Virginia, got busted for trying to take some guns or something in, and he had some bullets and all that stuff, like a whole, what do you call it with when the bullets are like you can have it line up where it just kind of like just go automatic. I don't know, but either which way, they caught him at the when he was trying to get past security or past the cops, wherever they caught him. So when I read that, I had a moment, because the one thing that I've been praying for more than anything, I was like, God, you know what? No matter how much we pray, these fools are going to show up, period. They're going to show up at the White House. They're going to show up in places where, tons of people go. Like Walmart does not, I'm not fearing, but again, I'm being vigilant. Walmart is not going to see me no time soon. So places like that, be very, very careful when you go. Don't fear, but just be careful. But I remember I was praying earlier. I was like, God, okay, these fools are going to go where they want to go. However, I trust and believe that you will literally, cause all of their plans to fall through. Every single plot that they have, let it be against the White House, let it be against, African Americans, Democrat, whatever. Any one of your children, you disarm them. All of their plans and plots will flop. I literally had I was waiting on my dog. We were at the groomer, and I was sitting in my truck waiting on my dog to get finished when my friend sent that link through. And I had literally just prayed 10 minutes prior to that message. And when I came through, I was like, oh my goodness. So it gave me revelation, like, listen, they can plot and plan all they want. They can plot and plan all they want. But because this is about a spiritual shift for God, this ain't about your money and your power. So you can't stop it. You can't change it. You can't get past this. Because this is a spiritual shift. God is disarming everything and moving everything out of the way. So you can plan, God will disarm. You can plan, God will disarm. You can plan, God will disarm. And that's what's going on. So that's why you have to know that you're good. You're safe. They're going to plan. You're going to hear some more crazy stuff. But trust and believe that nothing they do will manifest, because it's not about race. It's not about politics. This is a spiritual shift. God is tired of these folks thinking their money and their power, quote unquote, power can rule over him. It's a shift, boo. It's a shift, boo. That's why they're so mad. When you're turning on your TV, or if you're watching it, again, I don't encourage watching it all the time. Maybe watch it for a few minutes, get what you can get. But when you look into their eyes, it's demonic. It's not pissed because you're black and we have a black vice president. That's not it. They're losing power. And they know it. So you guys stay prayed up, stay vigilant. Again, please don't fear. Just stay prayed up, stay watchful. Know that God gonna cover his people. They ain't, ain't no question about that. So I just wanted to make that recording. But I don't know. I'm going to bed, guys. But you guys have a great night. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.